YouTube. What the crap's going on? It looks like I'm live here. I do need to tab out just real quick, take care of a couple things. I need to switch over into my chat screen. Ha! I got a guy in chat named The Little Wah, which is perfect. How you doing? Pepe, Francois, YOLO Man, good to see you here. I'm just gonna get my streaming thing pulled up so I can see whether or not we're dropping frames. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a Greenskins night, people. And I was gonna start off with some replay action that someone sent me. I haven't even watched it, so let's see if it's any good. We're gonna see what we got going on. So it's a 2v2 that someone sent me, and then I'm gonna play some of my own battles. I was thinking like doing like an all Grimgor night or something because I saw Grimgor here and it inspired me. Let's check this out. So this is a big 2v2, a lot of funs. That is a huge line of orc boys up front. Looks like 5 black orcs with the black orc and a special black orc, so lots of black orcs. We got the teammate over here is Chaos. Looks like front line of Forsaken, Chaos with great weapons, and Chaos warriors. Look like back line of armored Chaos trolls, aspiring champions, warriors with halberds, Coolec the Sun Eater, some poison warhounds. That is a big old dwarf spam. What's he up against? Warriors with great weapons, dwarf warriors with great weapons, and then a lot of dwarf warriors on that side. And then it looks like we have more warriors with great weapons. So just big spam of dwarf infantry, it looks like. And this is going to turn into a giant blob fight. This is horrible for the Crooked Moon player. They're going to get caught here. And then, but the player over here is kind of like out of position blob too. Let's see what happens with the big dwarf blob over here. I want to see if this one turns into a big blob. Some people say that like Warhammer is all about big blob fights. It's not necessarily about big blob fights. A lot of people do blob up in it, but it's typically because they have heroes and stuff in there, and blobbing up actually favors it. Whereas I don't really think it's a benefit to be blobbed up with infantry per se, because it's some of the few times when infantry actually gets to be pretty useful. Chaos warriors are such wieners. I wouldn't be surprised if they straight up lose to that dwarf warrior. Let's see, so the dwarfs have a huge spam of infantry. I almost wonder if, yeah, I like this. Bring Coolec through, maybe try and smash out some of these warriors with great weapons. Yeah, hit him in the back, there you go. I like that play. That Coolec lightning spell would be pretty beautiful right in the middle of all these greenskins here from the Crooked Moon, because this is just now a giant blob. A huge giant blob, and it's going to favor the player who has more black orcs here. And the Crimson Killers might actually make themselves pay off if they don't get too targeted down. The black orcs are taking a pretty good savaging here from the Rusty Errors and some savage orc errors. Let's see what Coolek's up to. Yeah, he broke this center pretty quick. The Terror, that'll do it, because dwarf warriors aren't like Longbeards. They fall apart from Terror pretty quick. This blob right over here would be pretty ripe for Coolec to destroy as well. But now that this dwarf warrior is moving around, yeah, the blobbing up should really favor Coolec. Yeah, he's definitely broken up the center. This over here looks pretty good. I would love to see Coolec move over into that section, but we'll see whether it happens or not. People ask me what time it is where I'm at. I'm on U.S. Central Time, so it's like just past 7:30ish my time, p.m. So let me, hang on, I'll get the exact time. So it's 19 and 29. So 1929 hours right now. My time. I usually am going to be streaming in the evening, but on Saturdays when I stream, I did miss the stream Tuesday. I'm trying to get onto a streaming schedule. It'll probably be about this time every Tuesday and Thursday, and then on Saturday, I haven't decided on an exact time yet, and it may vary a little bit, but it'll be more like in the afternoon my time, so that folks over on the other side of the world have a better chance of joining in when this is like literally in the middle of the night for folks over there. Yeah, I just wanted to do this replay. Oh my gosh, is Coolec, oh, he's going to go for this big juicy orc blob. This is going to be like a Coolec killing frenzy. Running riot, rampage, untouchable, inconceivable. Yeah, if this were Halo, it'd really be going off right here. Wow. Yeah, Coolec is going to rip these guys apart. It's not even going to be funny. I'm not sure why the stream would be stuttering. It must be a YouTube thing, because on my end, we haven't dropped a single frame, and I'm streaming at 10 megabit. So it's got to be something in YouTube if it's stuttering. So hang in there. If it was really stuttering bad, there'd be very little I could do about it anyway. Unless it was some kind of setting on my end. Wow, Coolek's going to get a lot of kills. Something tells me this is going to be a very Coolec heavy battle. Are the Chaos Trolls doing any good here? If they can keep their leadership up, I would think they'd be pretty good against dwarves. Check it out. It's Ungrim Iron Fist, Mr. Mohawk. Who doesn't love Coolec, Appius? Everybody loves him. Yes, tonight is Waaaaagh night. Waaaaagh. We're going to be getting some Waaaaagh on. But I figured this Coolec replay would be a fun way to get things started, even though it's kind of Waaaaagh night. But Grimgor was here too. See? He's the proper leader of the Waaaaagh, and he's here too. I'm going to be using him a lot tonight. It'll be a lot better than a Balthasar Gelt night, because Grimgor is not actually awful. Although I really don't think he is the best Lord for the Greenskins. I think there's quite a few good options for Lords of the Greenskins. Grimgor is not the best one. Not to say he isn't good. I think in campaign, he's definitely got to be one of the best ones. But I think in multiplayer, I've got other ideas there. So yeah, that blob definitely favored Grimgor's army. There was no way the Crooked Moon was going to stand up to that. Look at that, 126 kills on Coolec. Let's fast forward this. Let's see if Coolec finds his way into any more big blobs. Someone's going to have to take down Ungrim. Might end up being Grimgor. Let's see. Yeah, Ungrim's over here fighting Grimgor right now. Perfect, good. Let's check it out. So here's Ungrim. And then there's Grimgor. Looks like Grimgor's faced the other way now. Come on, take out Ungrim, Grimgor. Look at them, they're like back to back. You're not fighting with each other, you're fighting against each other. Oh, there Ungrim goes. Looks like he's turning around for a shot. Oh, Grimgor's returning the favor. I think an Ungrim on Grimgor challenge, if all things were equal to start with, should favor Grimgor. But Ungrim does dish a lot of armor-piercing damage. He's pretty good. It's not amazing, but he's pretty good. I like Grombrindle better. Grombrindle to me is like the best Dwarf Lord, hands down. Like, Grombrindle is the best. Now, again, not to say there's not other useful Dwarf Lords, but I just don't see any of them ever being better than Grombrindle. Look at Colec's back here enjoying cutting up the routing guys, but I'd love to see him get in here and start smashing into this blob. Yeah, see how Grimgor is kind of holding out for a long time here? Ungrim's kind of slowly getting chewed up a little. Looks like he's got some units in between him and Grimgor, though. It's keeping them from fighting each other. This happens sometimes when you get your leaders into a big blob. Some people making comments about Skarsnik. Skarsnik is pretty good if you know how to use him. I'm pretty terrible with him, but I see players like Ninja Hun, and I've seen a few others that use him really well. So I don't know what the deal is, but I'm awful with Skarsnik. That's just me, though. Gungrim Fistfire. I like that name. In fact, they should make a Dwarf Lord called Gungrim and just give him a giant gun. That'd be perfect. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this one's pretty much over. It's going to go to the home team here, as expected. But just wanted to start it off with a little bit of action rather than me trying to actually be finding a battle right when it starts. Figured I would just jump straight into some replay action. I'm going to actually go play some battles here. So, and I might have time to see if we can do one with viewers and stuff also. Hopefully it doesn't lag to death. Yeah, you guys will have to get some Waaaaagh in the chat if I win with Grimgor. You know, just to get excited, get fired up a little. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. I'm doing pretty good. Man, it's cold here. I guess it should be, though. It's winter. But it's really cold. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? I'm going to head out hunting. I'm going to go quail hunting. I've never been quail hunting. Pretty excited. See if it's any fun. Get to bust out my old 16 gauge. It's gonna be freaking cold though. So cold. Alright, got Grimgor. This guy's already readied up. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Gitsnik just for fun. He's playing Empire, so I think I'm gonna rock a couple of Black Orcs. Let's get some big ends, and I really like Skulkers pretty good. This matchup. I want some Rusty Airs. We're gonna need some Goblin Big Bosses. Let's hurry because I'm running out of time. Yeah, there's no more healing potions, so that should be good. Okay, I want to bring Ragnarok Queen. Got the Rusty Airs. Do I want to bring anything else? Yeah, let's just bring a giant. I'm just picking something. Let's just see how this turns out. Moose hunting? Man, I'll tell you what. I wish that, wish we had bid game like that in Arkansas. Not so much because, like, I really want to go out and, like, shoot a moose or an elk or something. But whenever you're my age and you're paying your own bills, and some of you may be, right, where you buy all your own food and everything, it's expensive, and meat is very expensive. And not that it's cheap to have all the equipment to go moose hunting, especially because a lot of states you have to, like, get into a raffle or something to even go moose hunting, and that costs a lot of money. But if you did get one and you got to bring back all the meat, that would actually be worth it. But all we have around here is a little white-tailed deer, and they're not near as delicious as like an elk or a moose. Yeah, we don't have delicious super game here in Arkansas. Though I'll tell you what, someone at a little event that I was at the other day, they brought some chili made out of black bear. Holy crap, it was good. It was real good. Had never had anything like that before. I don't know how this army is going to turn out because I picked it so fast. Gonna get some big bosses. Ragnarok Queen. I have so many monsters. We've got like this big ball of monsters in the center. Oh man, if he brings the Hammer of Witches or something, I'm so screwed. Oh, I didn't bring an Orc Shaman either. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. I want to put these guys right out in front of my Black Orcs. See if we can use their Smoke Bomb ability. Okay. And group these guys up, swing them out here. There we go, that should work. I don't want them in group 3 though. Ungroup these guys, there we go. Let's do the spider, then the troll, or giant, and then the heirs. Orc boar chariots are the best? I don't know, man. The Empire's got so much stuff to stop that though. I'm not sure how confident I feel towards a boar chariot. Let's do it! Should I start over here? Nah, this one gives me the cover of the forest if I need it. Let's move up this flank. So it'll keep stuff a little more hidden. Not that it has to be like hidden, but whatever. Alright, let's do this thing. Someone's saying cup of tea is the best. I went to the UK once and it was crazy. Like, someone's offering me tea every 3 seconds. And I'm used to that in the American South, but it's like iced tea. Not like hot tea. No one here drinks hot tea. It's kind of a weird deal. It was different. But hey, if you all in the UK love that, more power to you, right? Probably feels nice on a cold night like this. I'm not much into tea, though. I don't like it. Tea, coffee, yeah. Neither one does it for me. I mean, honestly, I don't even like hot chocolate. It's not all that great. I guess I just like my drinks cold. It's kind of like revenge. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what we're up against. Please, no Bright Wizard. He does have a mortar. Not Well, I mean, the mortar's not my favorite here, but we should be able to disrupt it with, like, the spiderlings. Question is, what's he hiding, I'm thinking. He's got Zentler's Reichsguard and the Demigryph Knights. That's quite a bit of money. Who's he got back here? Balthasar Gelt! If I lose, I am going to cry. Outriders. Outriders? That's an odd choice. Outriders are definitely an odd choice. Is he going to try and run away from me? Now, so there is kind of a bad thing here. This is going to give his mortars quite a bit of time to fire at my infantry, which is unfortunate. I wonder if he's paying attention, though. I might be able to move up my heroes first and try and tank a little bit of the damage from the mortars.
Goblins, maybe fast.
Yeah, he's gonna make me walk around the lake. His mortars are in the woods, though. They're gonna, even when they start firing, they're gonna hit the trees a little bit, which will be beneficial to me. And its range is fairly limited. It's not gonna pick me up until I move past the lake. I'm going to have to use my rusty arrows effectively against their cavalry if I want to have any chance of beating it. Now, fortunately for me, I don't see any skirmishers over here. Yeah, Balthasar Gelt, that's right. Moderator Sextus, good to see you. Balthasar Gelt. What are the chances? Is this guy trying to be like me and ruin his online rankings? Man, I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I get to go see Rogue One finally this weekend. Pretty excited about that too. Once you have a kid, it's a lot harder to see movies. So now I'm excited to go see Rogue One. In case y'all didn't know it, which I don't really go around announcing it, so I'm not exactly sure what'll be my schedule on Saturday, if I get to stream or not. It is my birthday. So Saturday's my birthday. The quail hunt's part of what I'm going to be doing for fun. I got myself a sweet new wireless gaming mouse that I'm excited for. That was my present, and it's going to get here soon. So I'm feeling pretty stoked. Feeling pretty stoked. If I just wasn't so old, it'd be perfect. What's the most powerful unit in the game? That depends on what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Monsters? Infantry? Skirmishers? Each one's kind of in its own category. So tell me what you're thinking. Oh, not my black orcs, fool. I like them. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be doing too much there, Barfasar. Drink the brew. Yeah, those outriders are going to start shooting at me. I'm going to keep my rusty arrows handy just to keep those guys off my flank. And I'm going to rearrange my grouping just a little bit here. These guys are going to be my hard group. There we go. Gonna attack. Looks like he had a free company militia up front. Start hitting these guys a little. Fortunately for me, his heroes are insanely weak. I'm gonna try and plow right up the center here. Getting some of his outriders. Actually, let's keep my hero units back here because I'm feeling pretty safe. Let's take the spider around the flank. Let's keep these guys safe. Really, skulkers? You're backed up by black orcs and you're still running away like cowards? Yeah, you're not going to catch my spider there, buddy. Let's go ahead and call that up. I'm going to get over here with the giant. And just get into there. Get in here and attack Barfasar. Get the free company militia. see if we can attack his Zentler's Right Guard and his Demigryph Knights. Let's try and get these guys over here too. See how I blocked a Spearman there? That should work out to my favorite. Keep calling these guys up. Alright, we got ourselves a fight going back here. Let's try and give our guys the best chance to get these errors back out of that fight, because I'm going to need them. Let's get back here and keep the fight going. I just need to keep these guys off me. Let's keep on top of Balthasar. Fight's going pretty good for me so far, and it better. If I lose to Balthasar, like I said, I'm gonna cry. I really will. I hate the short range of the greenskin archers, but I mean that's greenskin archers for you. Let's just keep these guys from firing. Shoot those guys up. I think we got this pretty well in the bag. I don't like my opponent's army. I don't think it was a very solid pick. But if my objective here is to win, then the pick was great for me. There we go. We got it. Yeah, the Ragnarok Queen, with all the different summons she gets now, with like the 5 Spiderlings, she's pretty dang good. Because she can disrupt a lot of the enemy missiles without having to... Everybody's going to dogpile here. Alright, everybody dogpile in. Time to take out the Tattersouls. Here we go. Look at these last few Tattersouls here. I don't think they're in a good place. That should be that. I don't think we need to save the replay in that battle. Yeah, Balthasar was probably the first mistake, and then the mistake's gonna go on from there. Not trying to be mean, just calling it out so that we can comment on why this didn't work. So, I mean, if you think about this army, you're going up against greenskins. First of all, what's Balthasar going to do against greenskins? Much less anybody. And the answer's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, there's your first mistake. Empire Captain on foot against the greenskins, once again, not going to do anything for you because the greenskin heroes are actually pretty good in hand-to-hand combat. I don't see that the Empire Captain would serve a lot of purpose there. Now, bringing some spears against the greenskins, probably not a bad choice. Should you be throwing experience chevrons on all these guys? Probably not. Some of them come with it if they're the regiments renowned, but some of these guys did not. So all the experience chevrons, probably a waste. Mortar can work sometimes against greenskins, but I don't find a mortar usually to be the pick that I want to bring against greenskins. Demigryph Knights, not a bad pick. Again, unless they gain that EXP in the battle, that could be questionable. Zentler's Reichsguard could potentially be useful, but it wouldn't face up that well against Boar Biggins. I don't know. There's not a lot about that Empire army that I liked. Got some Waa in the chat. Thanks for it. I know, we won. Big surprise, I won. I like how Sextus is giving some Waa there and then even puts in the comment, gathers breath, and then goes back for it. So we'll do one more match here, and then I'll see if any of you from the stream want to join in, and we'll try and play like a themed match or something, like a 2v2. Pistoliers, Limestone's asking about Pistoliers. They're pretty bad. They're supposedly okay against units that don't have armor, but they're just pretty bad in general. They're useful in the very early Empire campaign at like running down routing units and being annoying, but outside of that, they really don't serve a purpose in multiplayer. Would be my thoughts on the Pistoliers. Colin says we have to make the... Oh, hey, it's Woof Waaaaagh again. Last time I played this guy, it turned out okay, but he's the one that brings the crazy armies. So we'll be aware of that. And he probably doesn't recognize my name here. Alright. I kind of like having the Goon Squad to help protect. And they're cheap, so it's kind of like, why not? For 500, can't really go wrong. This time I want... I wonder if he's going to bring that crazy Chaos army again. Says, good luck. I wonder, yeah, I wonder if he's going to bring that crazy Chaos Army again. What did he bring last time? It was like a whole bunch of spawn and then the giants. I could bring a giant and an Arachnarok of my own, which I might as well. It's kind of fun. Let's bring the same kind of base here. Greenskin armies are usually real vulnerable to terror. So I'm wondering if I just tank up on Black Orcs. His army's probably going to be crazy. Mine's crazy. Let's just go for it. So immune to psychology with all of my Black Orcs, but I can't afford Gitsnik, which is kind of unfortunate. Gives a pretty big boost. Yeah, not much I can do about that unless I lose a whole unit, which I'm not sure I want to. Having some arrows might be useful, though. Let's turn that off. Let's grab Gitsnik. Rusty arrows take away armor, but they're expensive. I could get 2 goblin archers, but they're crappy. But there's 2 of them. Should I do it or should I not do it? Let's do the goblin archers. Just for fun. Alright. Just throw the upgrades here because they're cheap and I can. Alright. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I was thinking about bringing the Shaman, but if I bring the Shaman, he's probably just going to get killed because now, and this Waaaaaagh guy could completely surprise me here, but he usually brings a bunch of monsters with chaos, just like a lot of monsters. So I'm banking on him bringing all the monsters, so I'm bringing like all the unbreakable, like he can't use terror on me here. That's what I'm banking on. And I'm bringing a pretty hard-hitting core to go back at him. I may lose it, because chaos can hit pretty hard. They can hit pretty hard. And my goblin big bosses are still vulnerable to terror. So it's definitely a potential problem. One v one you at Shogun 2, Sextus. Man, I don't even know if I remember how to play Shogun 2. So will CA ever get pikes right? That's a good question, Veracity. I don't know, but they sure screwed him up in Rome 2 and Attila. Pikes were pretty fun in Rome 1. I mean, they weren't very realistic per se in the way that they were animated and stuff, but they were fun. They were usable. They served a purpose. I enjoyed the heck out of that. Yeah, I have no clue what he's going to bring. I'm going to stand back just a little bit. You are Grimgor, Grimgor. I agree with that statement. Alright.
Let's scrap. Where's the scrap? Yeah. When I fuck you.
Okay. Those guys on there. Alright. Yes, it's a small army because I'm expecting a small army from my opponent. I don't know if you'll remember my opponent or not, but my opponent is the reason I brought this army. Now, whether or not it works is a whole different story. He's brought a fairly odd army. Oh, that hell cannon. Crap, we gotta get rid of that hell cannon. I'm gonna push forward. I'm probably not gonna be able to keep my archers safe. And I'm gonna have to do something about the hell cannon. Summon units degrade. Yeah, that hell cannon's a problem. It's a big problem because he's going to be manually targeting it. What's he got? Coolec. 2. Yeah, so see, he was definitely going for a terror army here. get in here and get some help going quick. Let's go shut down the hell cannon. Get back over here. Spidey. Kind of misclicked that. Let's get rid of the chaos trolls. Okay, he's basically going to try and do hit and runs here. Try and get Coolec pinned down up here. I don't have Waaaaagh yet. So they got the aspiring champions. 5. Take these guys out. Need the spider over here. Post haste. Just got a dragon over Shaggoth too. This is going to be very, very, very problematic for me. Alright, we shut down the hell cannon momentarily. Let's see if we can use these spiders to help keep people on the ground. We can also use them to chase people down. Let's get in here. Maybe chase the trolls. No, they're already back. I think he already took care of my... Yeah, this is a problem. Break up here. Break up, break up, break up. Let's get Grimgor into the back of here. Alright, let's get the giant back over here. Need to keep doing some work against the Shaggoth. Need another spiderlings. These guys can transfer over, start shooting here. In fact, come back here and fight this. Back out here on the hell cannon. Let's keep Grimgor over here. Let's see if we can help deal with any of that. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. But at least I can keep this hell cannon out of commission with these spiderlings. Get rid of one of those guys. Let's keep our spider over here. We might be able to pull this off. I'm feeling okay about it. Did get rid of my archers, or at least most of them. Let's try and pull out of here. Being immune to terror here, though, is absolutely key. Let's kind of clean some of these guys up. Getting rid of these aspiring champions would be useful. I think we can pull this off. It's heavily in our favor, and the hell cannon was shut down by our spiderlings, so I think we can do this. I've still got a couple of summons left, in case I have to send more after the hell cannon. Let's regroup these guys. Just get them up here. And I'm going to group these all together here as well. He's probably going to want to try and run down some of my units. Like I said, I think we can get this done. I've killed most of the hell cannon, but it's still... I'm going to have to keep shutting the hell cannon down. Get back over here. Let's go try and save these black orcs over here. But we can't let Grimgor get singled out. There we go. I'm gonna keep going after the hell cannon. That might make him have to send resources out there as well. It's definitely not over yet. Ooh, yeah, we gotta get that hell cannon out of here. He's gonna try and avoid an engagement with him, with me, because I've got my guys all ready to go. Alright, hell cannon should be shut down at least for long enough. What do we got? Anything else come back? No. Alright, let's focus on this. Leadership. Get Snick. Alright, we got Coolec on the run. Feeling pretty good now. And it looks like we've taken the hell cannon out. Alright, we got it. Good safe win here. I knew he was going to bring a weird army because I've played him before. So, Waaaaagh again. Waaaaagh again. Might save that one. build the great green Waaaaagh. That's what I'm doing. It's Waaaaagh night, but it's Grimgor night more specifically. So I'm making sure that I bring Grimgor to battles. Yeah, I knew he was going to bring something weird there. And so a standard greenskin army is going to route super easy to the fear off of all these units. I'm pretty sure the Shaggoth causes fear. I know the Manticores do, and I know Coolec does. Then you think about the damage that the Hell Cannon can do in a fairly short amount of time. So that really the most vulnerable units I had here were the Goblin Big Bosses, and they got the crap kicked out of them. And but they're cheap, and you might as well. The Archers they're an okay gamble. I did some damage to the Trolls and some of the other stuff momentarily before they got killed. They're pretty cheap. And the Ragnarok Queen was clutch. With the Ragnarok Queen, we shut down the Hell Cannon, which would have otherwise been a huge problem for me because I wouldn't have had the resources to dedicate to killing it. So it would have been pretty bad had we not taken care of that. Oh, we got quite a lot of people out tonight. We got like 630-ish people on here. No dropped frames either. That's a good night. I'm going to play one more match-made battle here. And then if you all want to, we can try and do like a team battle or something. Who's the best Lord all around? Man, that's a good question, Kyle. Durthu would be my favorite. I think Durthu with a Spellsinger Lore of Life is pretty brutal. So I would probably go Durthu. That guy probably thinks I'm counter-picking him, but I just want to play greenskins because tonight's greenskin night. Going up against Chaos once again. See, some of y'all want me to bring a chariot. I'm extremely hesitant to bring a chariot, but I'll do it just to make you happy. So don't say Air doesn't love you. There you go, an Orc Boar chariot. I really don't want to bring an Orc Boar chariot, but I'll bring a stupid Orc Boy chariot. I'm thinking about going... I like the Giant and the Ragnarok Queen. They're pretty sweet complements to Grimgor, because then you just get an unbelievably powerful element to your army there. Unless they bring the right stuff to kill it. Where's my Giant? Right here. Why am I seeing things funny? Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the Gobbo Big Bosses at home this time. That could be a risk, but I'm going to leave them at home. I want the Rusty Errors because of their armor sundering. So Grimgor is going to get protected by the Ragnarok Queen and the Giant. I have the Orc Boar Chariot to make you all happy. I definitely, again, going against Chaos, I want to stack up on Black Orcs because of their immunity to Terror. So once again, we're going to have a very small army. And let's see, I got all the abilities on Grimgor. Not a whole lot else I can spend the money on other than maybe I can't upgrade the Errors. We could upgrade the Chariot. Don't know what good it's going to do me, but let's throw the upgrades on the Chariot just because we can. Alright. Or I guess we could put it on the Black Orcs. Probably matters more than the Chariot. Let's do that. And we can still put one on the Chariot. There we go. We spread it out. How would I rank the factions in the state of the game right now? That's a good question. I still think Empire is the best. And Vampires are probably close behind. And then I would say that most of the other factions are all like kind of right there in like a third place. I think most of the other factions, and honestly right now, see, that's the thing though, is like some factions that I say are kind of in like a tier below the Empire. This game is so different in this patch to me. Like every faction is pretty good in this patch if used properly. So I think the factions are closer than they have ever been, but I still think the Empire is the best. Just because of the sheer diversity that they offer in multiplayer. Now, does that mean you're going to win every time as the Empire? No. But that's what I like, right? The Empire is probably the best due to their sheer diversity, and in the hands of the right player, they're going to be brutal. But I like the fact that they're not going to win every time. They're not a pick-to-win faction. And to me, that's kind of cool. I don't think we can hide chariots. No, they can't hide in the woods. We'll see if these chariots are going to be worth it. I'm not holding my breath. The chariot on group 3 and the archers on group 4. Archers are on... HeirofCarthage, say hi if you love your fans. Hi, Fluffy. Of course I love my viewers. I call them viewers, not fans. I don't know. Some people may not be a fan of me. They may just watch my videos. Alright. Do I think CA... So, someone's asking if I think CA is going to fix siege battles. I don't think siege battles are broken. I think they work better in this game than they have in past games. Now, there were a couple of weird exclusions, like being able to burn stuff down and stuff like that went away for some reason. Probably frames per second. Let's see what we're up against real quick. Horsemen with throwing axes. Okay, he's got the flying core. We should be able to protect pretty well against that. And our black orcs, they're up against chosen. Actually, only 2 chosen. My opponent spent that money on the hell cannon. I think he's going to regret it. Let's see if we can get cheeky here. We can try and get his chosen with the chariot. Swing these spiders through here. Let's bring our spider back, because that's not the right position to be in. My bad. We're going to take a lot of damage there. That was stupid. Push back his main line. I'm going to just tank up on the chosen. Those marauders with great weapons are no concern of mine, so I'm going to double up on the chosen. Swing through here with the chariots. Group 2 swing in. Let's attack some of these guys. Oh, wow, he had cavalry in the forest. Chaos Knights with lances. I'm going to swing out and try and catch them with some black orcs then. Let's get my leaders in here and try and smash through some of this. I can't get to his hell cannon just yet, which is definitely problematic. Rear charge these guys. Okay, keep charging. Okay, group 2, he's going to come down into combat, so let's get ready to fight back. Try and take down the Lord. Black orcs have his knights. Let's fire into this fight here. Got his marauders. And we've done a lot of damage to his chosen here. Wow, we got a lot of kills with the chariots. Let's take the chariots out here and see if we can shut down the hell cannon. Yeah, we shut down his lord. This is about to be really over. His flying squad was no match for what we had here. And then I was able to double up on a lot of his chosen. And then the rusty arrows are just screwing these guys over, taking away their armor. And then, of course, there's the waaaaagh on all these heroes. Gitsnick I haven't even gotten to use yet. The boar chariot actually did pretty good. I'll give you all credit. It did pretty good. It picked up a lot of kills. Most of them were probably the marauders, but whatever. Dude, we swatted. Like, we swatted that chaos army. Not trying to be mean to my opponent there, but that was definitely a greenskin beatdown of chaos in that case. His army was not real well suited. Y'all want to see the chariots up close? Where's my chariots? Let's go on a boar chariot right here. Got some screaming waaaaagh here. There we go. Done it. So a decisive victory. I don't know if the chariot went MVP, but it definitely didn't do bad. I want to see what it got kills on. Was it the chosen, or did it get all of its kills on the marauders? My guess is it got the kills on the marauders. Wow. Hey, it was that same guy. We played him earlier. So epic star here is not having a good night versus me, but hey, it's I liked that army better than what he picked earlier. I didn't like that army, but I liked it better than what he picked earlier. You all are going to be like making fun of me now, like, yeah, we told you to bring the chariots. They were awesome. Piggies for the win, that's right. Pig suey. Air regrets dissing the chariots. Yeah, here comes all of the chariot comments. Oh man, that's hilarious. People are going to really give me a hard time about it. Those knights were kind of a surprise there. They caught my spiders in the forest, which was kind of cool. But I mean, it didn't matter because I caught them with black orcs. And black orcs, if they get charged by the Chaos Knights with lances, they're going to take an immense amount of damage. But they're also going to dish a ton of damage because of their armor piercing versus cavalry. And that's cavalry is mostly dangerous because of its huge armor to infantry. Not mostly dangerous, but part of that is the reason. Yeah, so Chosen are really good, but these guys are not the Chosen with great weapons. And they are going to get slaughtered by Black Orcs, especially 2-on-1, because Black Orcs have all the armor piercing. And they got charged. Getting charged by Black Orcs is not a good deal. So let's see where the kills come from. I'm going to watch the kill count on the chariot. I'll get close where you can enjoy it, but we'll also watch the kill count. So here it comes. So 0 kills on the Chosen, but they pulled through them really nicely there. Still 0 kills. I think it's the Marauder. Well, we got a few kills there off the Chosen, I think. But then as soon as we hit the Marauders, look at the kills start to rack up. Because look at their health. Their health just dumped. So most of those kills were Marauders, but I think we did pretty decent damage. Let's load the replay again, and let's watch the damage a little closer. Because the damage, I mean, even if it didn't get the kills, if it did a lot of damage to the Chosen, then it would certainly be worth it. Let's see. I'm going to fast forward so we can get to the chariot. But we'll watch the health bar on the Chosen, and that'll be a better judge of the kills, because the kills weren't much. But I didn't watch the health bar, admittedly. You all may have, but I didn't. Okay, let's watch once again. So we're going to watch the health bar on the Chosen. So here, fighting the Black Orcs, they're taking a considerable amount of damage off the charge. And the chariot comes in. Yeah, okay, so the chariot damage is very significant to these guys. Yeah, it was very significant. It was almost 2,000 damage from the chariot. Look at the rusty arrows too. Like they start shutting down these Marauder horsemen, but then when he landed on me, we got that Waaaaagh in here. Look at the attack on my spider and the giant and everything else. It's just gonna slaughter this chaos sorcerer. And then the rusty arrows come in, and these guys, look at their armor there. 13 armor up against all this beatdown force. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. I think against certain greenskin armies, the taking the sorcerer on the manticore plus the 2 feral manticores can work out. Like certain greenskin lords wouldn't be as good against it, and like had I brought goblin big bosses there, that would have worked out probably pretty poorly. I don't think I have time to go host a battle because I have to get off here pretty quick, so sorry I'm not going to be able to host one with y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and play one more quick battle. Yeah, I'm playing modless in the battles, Onozuzu. You can't do match made with mods. Alright, let's get us one more match here. Lord McDoof. Nice name. I like it. Let's see, we're going to be up. Chaos, man, it's just like Chaos Night. Someone complained on my video comments today. They're like, how come everything you show has wood elves in it? Well, the wood elves are a fairly recent DLC. This guy knows what's good for him. He's like, yeah, no Grimgor, please. I'm alright. But yeah, no, it's someone was complaining because they said everything I showed had wood elves, including the campaign. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, they're the most recent DLC, so yeah. But hey, yeah, have you seen any wood elves tonight? I haven't seen any wood elves tonight, so can't complain. I can't say that I did this on purpose, but I wasn't showing wood elves. Well, sometimes I was showing wood elves on purpose because they were new, but then other times I wasn't. I can't tell what faction he is. What's going on there? Whatever. We don't care what faction he is. I'm Grimgor. That's because he's quitting out. No one wants to fight Grimgor. Words out, people. Words out. Can I use... I'm not using the Crimson Killer. Sorry. Crimson Killers are just like a target for artillery and missiles, and they always just get wrecked. So that's a $1,600 liability if I bring them. It's this guy again. The Skittlest Skittles. Alright, Skittle, you gonna stay in the game this time, buddy? You know you want to. You know you want to. Grimgor's calling you, son. Alright, I'm coming up against Bretonia. I mean, honestly, I kind of like the army I'm rocking right now. It's pretty good. I don't think there's much he can do about it. And we probably will bring the chariots again, I think. Let's try it again. Why not? Why not? Hey, it's Air. I will exit your stream so as not to cheat. Thanks. So this guy's saying he's in my stream. So he knows what I'm up to tonight. That's funny. Well, maybe I should switch things up if he says he's going to exit the stream, but going up against Bretonia, the Greenskins. I have a fun idea. I don't know if it'll work, though. I don't know. I'm not going to do that to him. I was thinking about bringing, like, no infantry and just chariots. I'll bring the Ragnarok Queen again. Like I said, I kind of like this army. I want to try it against Bretonia. Especially since some of them, like the Giant's pretty vulnerable to missiles. Maybe I should leave the Giant at home then, because it'd be a big liability. Because I got Grimgor, and I have the Spider to help protect them, and I don't think a Goon Squad's going to bring down Grimgor and a Spider. Probably not. You can use the little Spiderlings. What else? Let's bring the Rusty Heirs again. Those guys seem to be very helpful. And we'll go ahead and throw in a Chariot as well. Boar Chariot. So that leaves us some money. Got some money. Always going Empire. Still kind of like the pick. I still think I'm okay. And I'm going to throw the Giant back in because it's Empire. So it's going to end up being pretty much the exact same army. Let's see if he expects me to bring the same army. Watch him like counter pick me here. Net of Ammontok would be pretty bad, honestly, so I'm going to have to watch out. All chariots? No, I'm not going to go chariot spam on him. If he just brought a couple of cavalry units, that might get pretty bad for me. Plus chariots, I don't think they're going to be any good versus lords. Alright, here we go. All squigs? That would be pretty funny, Michael, but no, the squigs aren't near as good as they used to be. After the patch, they got nerfed pretty hard. Need more big uns? Typically. I'm kind of liking the Black Orc builds tonight. It is a Grimgor night, Connor, so I can't replace Grimgor. Oh man, I'm excited to fight some Empire here. Let's check out the map. What do we got on this map over here? Got some nice little orc hovels. I mean, this is like high living for an orc. You got a roof. One of these shrooms probably serves as the outhouse too. Look at this guy, man. Like, he's living it up. Let's see what else they got out here on the map. Got some banners commemorating the Waaaaagh. Nice little shrine here in case we need to go worship the Crooked Moon. It'd kind of be cool if they had like capture points. Sometimes, not like every battle per se, but maybe quick battle had them. You could choose like to turn it on or off. Might make it interesting. The capture points in Shogun 2 made for some interesting plays sometimes. Alright, let's see if we ever load in. Oh, I got about 700 people here now. Thank you. That's awesome. See so many people join, especially on an unplanned stream. So, appreciate the support. Y'all are fantastic. Gitsnick needs blood. You are correct, Grimgor. I'm gonna put all those guys in different groups. And the reason I'm going to do it is I'm going to spread these guys out a little bit initially because of the net of Ammontok. If he has brought a net equipped character, It could end up being pretty bad for me if I blobbed all those guys up and got them stuck. I would be pretty weak to Demigryph Knights with halberds right here, I think. If he attacked me like a flying lord and then followed up with some Demigryph Knights with halberds, I'd be in decent trouble. Unless I could block him with like a spiderling or something. Here we go! What's he got? Oh, he's got Outriders. That's not a bad choice because of their armor piercing. But I got a plan here. There we go. Look at this flying squad. 3 Amber Wizards? That's pretty odd. Is he gonna try and like Flock of Doom me to death? I can still keep giving chase though with some of these spiderlings, and this will keep him busy for a moment. I'm not gonna waste all my spiderlings though until maybe once we get started. I wonder if he's brought anything else. Amber Wizards are pretty expensive, so I may not have. Actually gonna get into a few of his Outriders here. And I've got the Rusty Arrows to protect me a little bit. They should match the well, they're actually a bit outranged by the Outriders. It's 60 speed on the War Chariot, it's 80 speed on the Outriders. Guys they bring here. He's got some guys hidden somewhere. Let's go find them. Because this can't be, because those are only 45, so that adds up to 190, 135, and then there's 4 more guys here, so he's got some guys hidden somewhere. Maybe Free Company Militia or something? Okay, he's gonna spawn a Manticore, but they degrade over time, so he's gonna either have to like come all in and attack me with it, or it's gonna be bad. So let's see what he does, because these guys degrade pretty quick. I'll group up my heroes here. If he wants to come down and attack me, that's okay. Oh, I better get out of here. He doesn't have his units over here to protect his riders either. He's spawning another Manticore, but like I said, they're oh, I left my chariots, my bad. Whoops. Whatever. I don't think the chariots were going to be particularly useful here. And these spiders, on the other hand, they're going to be pretty darn useful. Okay, what's he got up here? Demigryph Knights with halberds. Exactly what I do not want to see. Just want to do as much damage to these Outriders as we can here. What's he gonna do here? Okay, I'm gonna try and fire at some of these guys. Get my heroes in over here. Causing some damage. Let's keep some Black Knights free to deal with Demigryph Knights. Try and pummel these guys. Come on, Spider. Get these guys up. Where did it spawn my spiderlings? That was kind of annoying. Start chasing these guys again. He can't route me on terror.
chasing the Outriders. Just kind of pull these guys in. Grimgor, get back. 4 over here. Keep firing at this general. Let's kill some more Outriders. They're going to do decent damage to my Black Orcs. Not super concerned about anything else. What's he using on me? Flock of Doom. That makes sense. My chariots come back ever? They did. Let's bring them back in. He's going to charge me with Demigryph Knights. Grimgor up in here. Definitely going to take some damage because of this. Let's try and keep our guys closer together so we can cause as much damage and keep our guys safe. 2, 3, 4 over here. Let's just ungroup everybody so I can blob attack orders faster and more efficiently. Okay, let's just get the arrows over here. Chariots. Okay, let's get these guys back over here. Because they're getting a little bit singled out. Okay. I might be able to poison these guys onto the ground. I got terrorized a bit there, so that sucks. Let's try and take out this Amber Wizard, though. He's going to run out of ammo soon enough over here. But he has done considerable damage to my Giant. His Demigryph Knights are going to get wrecked on pretty good. I need to shut down. His guys are killing my Giant. But I think I'm in decent shape. My Chariots actually managed to come back and get a few kills, which was pretty handy. And I think we got this one bagged up. So interesting army from my opponent here. Definitely caught me off guard. And again, against a more terror vulnerable greenskin army, that could have been a real terror. But my army there is not particularly vulnerable to terror. So, but the Outriders were an interesting pick that kind of threw me off, like in the sense that they were doing significant damage to units, but they do kind of run short on ammo sometimes, and then the Spiderlings were able to disrupt them quite a bit. Interesting pick. Definitely an interesting pick. So appreciate the good game from Skittleless Skittle. Let's see how I'm doing these days anyway. Like, have I fixed my Gelt leaderboard? Probably not. Well, I'm all the way back up to 742. I think Gelt had me down to like over 1,000, so it's getting a little better. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream tonight. It was fun. Fun being here with you. Any Q&A here at the end. I'll give you all like 5 minutes of Q&A if you want. Hit me up with some questions before I hop off here. No dropped frames all night. Holy crap, what a stream. What a night. So yeah, hit me up if you got any questions real quick. Of course, if you're just watching this as a replay, that's all I've got for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. So let's see. Gonna be watching for questions. It's a little bit of lag into the comments, so. See if the question's coming through. Never play him again. Nah, it wasn't bad. I was using a crazy army, so there's nothing wrong with him using a crazy army. Definitely not holding that against anybody tonight because my army was, it was nuts. I mean, it was very small, kind of gimmicky. Let's see. I'm not getting any serious questions yet. Crazy's asking how old Little Heir is. There's 2 Little Heirs. One's about 2.5 and one is about 2 months. Will I do a modded campaign? I already do mods in my campaigns, Rod Brown. They're just not overhaul mods. Can I do a video with Mrs. Heir? I tried to get her to, Rufus, but she doesn't want to do any videos. I'll see if I can get her to do it, though.
Could I do Boris Toddbringer on another stream? Possibly so, Nate. That'd be a fun idea. Let's see. Favorite Regiment of Renown unit in the game? Ooh, probably the Grumbling Guard. They're pretty awesome. Let's see. Other questions I'm looking for here. What do I hope for when Bretonnia gets added? Basically so that Bretonnia doesn't have to be so predictable. I'm hoping that they get enough units, and I've heard that Bretonnia's roster is not real thick anyway, but I'm hoping that Bretonnia is just not quite so predictable, and maybe when they come out, if there's any way to kind of tweak Bretonnian cavalry units so that they can really use their cavalry more effectively, because that feels like it would be fun. But I don't know. I don't really know what Bretonnia was like in tabletop and what they're aiming for, but as long as Bretonnia comes out, they're actually decently balanced into the game right now with no roster. As long as they come in and I think become a little bit more, they'll be good. Sextus has the question he asks me every time, are you going to finish the WRE campaign? Probably just for you at one point, Sextus, but don't know exactly when yet. Anthony wants my thoughts on the Dawi. The Dawi are a really good faction. They got significantly better in the last two patches. They're not like the top of the line, but they are certainly not a crap faction. Am I going to do another video with Legend of Total War? If I can. He's on the other side of the world from me in Australia, but I'd love to fight another online battle versus him. Maybe he can join in on one of these one Saturday or something. We can play live for y'all. Do I think Treekin or OP? Mitchell, I don't think Treekin or OP. That's a good question. I mean, they are really good versus certain units. They're pretty good for their price, but there is certain stuff that wrecks them. Their leadership can be broken, even though they're immune to psychology. Magical attacks and stuff are better versus them, but I mean, but they have magical attacks too. So I don't know. Are Treekin OP? I'd have to think about that one. I don't really think so, but I'd have to play him more to really be sure. When am I going to do a Chaos campaign? This one gets asked almost every time I take questions. Chaos, I guess I was just saving it, but then they kept releasing new factions, and I wanted to do the new factions. So with Bretonnia coming up, I could probably rock a Bretonnia and a Chaos campaign at the same time whenever that one comes out. So probably then. My favorite vampire unit. The Terrorgeist for sure. Is Grimgor the best Orc Lord? I don't think so. I think the best... Well, I mean, he's pretty good, but I mean, he's not super versatile. Like, you have to protect him pretty good, like I did right there. And he's not fast, and he can get cycle charged by flying lords if people are trying hard enough. If you protect him with a spider and other stuff like I did there, which is definitely beatable. If someone brings the right skirmishing stuff, they can shut down that spider and the giant like I was doing tonight. So you got to watch out for that. But I don't think Grimgor is the best. I'd have to think about that one. Probably more versatile would be like your Orc War Boss, but he gets terrified pretty easy. But he has a healing potion, which is nice. And he can come on a Wyvern. There's different Orc Lords that are useful for different reasons. Waraaaaagh is really good at stomping out people with the right army. And then I think that the Skarsnik and the Goblin Big Boss, or a Night Goblin Big Boss, both have their uses. So I would say pretty much all of the Orc Lords, for the most part, have a decent use. Michael wants to know if I have any pets. I do not. What's the worst faction? I don't think there is a worst faction anymore, Dued. I think that there's a bunch of them that are kind of on the same level. Would I rather fight against Grimgor or Orion? Well, it depends on what faction I have. Let's see. Is Durthu the best? He's probably one of my favorite legendary lords. He's really strong whenever you bring a Lore of Life Spellsinger. If you can keep that Spellsinger safe, then Durthu is a tank. He's pretty good. What's my favorite campaign? Probably Dwarfs. My favorite campaign in Warhammer. Definitely like playing the Dwarfs. Let's see. Faction I have the hardest time against. Ooh, good. Actually, I don't do very good versus vampires. I think I struggle most versus vampires for some reason. Like, people usually stomp my face with them. What's my greatest existential question? I don't know. What's the meaning of life? There you go. Okay, Sextus, have you added me on Steam, Sextus? I can try and add you on there if you had. I'll look through my invites, but make sure you added me on there, Sextus, and I'll look for it if I get a chance. I just don't check my friend stuff very often. Who is the worst lord besides Gelt? Nolando's asking. So Gelt is definitely the worst. Some people say Heinrich Kemmler is next. If we're talking legendary lords. I would say Kemmler's not great, but he's far more useful than Gelt. And then if I went from there, I mean, Sigvald's a lot better now because he has healing, but he's still pretty crappy. So probably Sigvald. I don't know if there's any others that you all can think of. Let me know. I can't think of them right now. Where am I from? Master ask. I grew up in Oklahoma. I live in Arkansas now. So, little or big Wa from Luke Johnson? Big Wa because of the foot of Gork. All right, Just Quit Already is asking me Clemson or Alabama. Ooh. That's a tough pick, actually. I could see that one going either way. I'm going to say Clemson just because Alabama's won it so much that I'm picking someone different. But in all reality, I think that Alabama's got a decent shot. But you never know. That's the fun thing about college football to me is that you never know how it's going to go until they actually play the game. Sometimes you guess it right, sometimes you don't. What do I think of our Kaon Salim? He's pretty good. In campaign, he's also pretty solid. A lot of his spells aren't all that useful. Like some are very useful, like Flaming Sword of Ruin and Cascading Fire Cloak, and Fireball can be pretty good too. But I wish that I've talked about Vortex spells before and Bombardment spells. Vortex spells and Bombardment spells, for the most part, are pretty disappointing, and so they don't play a whole lot into the game. I'd like to see both of those maybe serve a little bit more purpose. And see if those could get kind of brought into the game, because right now they're kind of just useless and no one uses them, except for Pit of Shades on the Lore of Shadows, which is fantastic. Yeah, Humanity's saying Roll Tide. The Tide are pretty good. The Tide are pretty darn good. But I will remind that any Tide fans out there that, hey, the last time you played Oklahoma, it didn't turn out. But if we played the Tide this year, I'm pretty sure that Oklahoma would lose. Tide are good. They've definitely created a dynasty. Even though, I don't like Alabama. I'm no Alabama fan, but they have definitely created a football dynasty. So, like it or not, it is what it is. All right, well, I got to get going. So, appreciate the questions. It was fun. I really had a good time with you all tonight, and we had good participation. HeirofCarthage, signing out. See you soon.